Welcome. This is our Ease into Spring Yoga Flow. I am feeling this is a necessary class today just to give us the space and the time that we need to transition into the seasons. So last week we worked on kind of quickening our kapha, bringing the energy up into the lungs and heart, getting energized. And then today it's going to be more about it'll be more a little traditional yoga flow, but I'll try and take out some of the vinyasas or make them optional for you. So let's go ahead and get started in a comfortable seat. You can take hero's pose, or if you prefer, just a cross-legged position. And let's just begin with a little bit of intention setting, so drawing your eyes to a close or just down on the ground in front of you. Sitting with a long, tall spine. Inhale through your nose. Exhale, sigh it out, release. Let's take a few rounds of cleansing breath. Inhale through your nose. Exhale, release. And one more, inhale. Exhale, release. Just allow your breath to return to its natural state, settling in here for a few more moments. And as we transition and ease into spring, I would like you to think about how easy you can make this transition for yourself. So what can you do to just slowly ease into things, not forcing, but allowing them to unfold naturally, following your own intuition, your instinct. As we move through our practice today, I invite you to take this idea of ease and moving in to each pose and finding your balance. So finding comfort and ease and balance within each posture. This is the season for us to plant our seeds and begin to nurture our intentions. And when we plant a seed, we take the time and care to cultivate it and allow it to grow naturally. Allow it to sprout from the earth with our love and care, but knowing that it will evolve and bloom. We can reap the rewards of all of our efforts, but not too much effort. Just knowing that you have the power to cultivate change and healing within you as we move into this new season. And I'd like to read a quote today that I just think is beautiful and so appropriate. It's from the book called Sacred Circles. What in your life is calling you when all the noise is silenced, the meeting's adjourned, the lists laid aside, and the wild iris blooms by itself in the forest? What still pulls on your soul? In the silence between your heartbeats hides a summons. Do you hear it? Name it if you must, or leave it forever nameless. But why pretend it is not there? So I'd like you to think about, what is your seed of intention that you are planting today? What is it you want to cultivate? Gently place your hands in front of your heart, bow your chin to your chest. Inhale deeply. Exhale, release. Gently blink your eyes open, come back into the space. Thank you for taking those few moments to set our intention for today. I felt like it was really important. And now we're going to begin just some movement. So come to tabletop. Plant your palms under your shoulders. Feet directly behind your knees. And we're going to take cat-cow in a little non-traditional way. So we'll inhale and we'll actually come into cat back, rounding the spine. As we exhale, lift your gaze, come into cow pose. And we're going to take this with our Kapalabhati breath. So last week it was that kind of quick, sharp breath on the exhales. Like, we'll do that, not quite as fast. All right, we'll do this for about a minute, maybe a little less. We'll see. If you get dizzy, just stop and slow down. All right, starting with our inhale, cat pose. Cow, cat, cow, going and not overexerting your low back, but really finding the curvature in the middle of your spine towards the top of your spine. And you'll start to feel some heat building. Keep going. We'll do 10 more seconds. 5, 2, and 1, and hold, and just relax. Exhale. Inhale deeply. Exhale, release, sit back on your heels. Just pause for a moment, sit and enjoy the fruits of your effort. And let's come on up to kneeling on, or standing on your knees. And we're going to take a little bit of a flow. So as we inhale, let your arms lift, gaze lift. Exhale, sink your hips to heels as if you're coming to child's pose, but let your right side of your head come to the mat and your hands just behind your low back. Inhale, lift up, rise, lift your gaze. Exhale, take it the opposite direction, switching the placement of your hands as well as your head. And we'll take this a little faster. Inhale, lift. Exhale, head to the right. Inhale, rise. Exhale, other side. And we'll keep going a few more rounds. And you can take it really at your pace. So maybe it's a little more easeful. Maybe it's a little quicker today. One more each side. Using your Ujjayi breath. Inhale deeply through the nose. Exhale out of the nose, constricting the back of your throat on the exhale. And come on up. And come back to tabletop. Press your right toes back and take a nice calf stretch through the right side of your leg. And then shift your weight more neutral, beginning to lift your right heel. Flexing your right foot, keeping it just hip height, so no need to come way up here. Engage your core, extend your left arm long. We'll hold for a couple breaths and then take a few crunches. So really lengthening through the spine, lengthening through the arm and the foot. Inhale. Exhale, knee to elbow, crunch it in. Inhale, extend. Gaze can come slightly forward. Exhale, crunch it in. One more. Exhale, crunch. Extend both arm and leg out. Keeping your leg lifted, plant your left hand. Then draw your right foot out to the side, coming into gate pose. I'll spin so you can see me if you need to. Rising up, right toes facing forward. Right palm just gently on your thigh. Inhale, left arm lift. Exhale, crescent over to the right. Exhale, release it down. Coming back to tabletop, we'll take it to the other side. Press your left foot to the back of the mat. Stretch through your heel. And then begin to lift your left leg hip height. Engage your core, right arm extends. Hold for a couple breaths. Really get long. Press your fingertips away. Press your left heel away. Exhale, crunch it in. Inhale, extend. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, extend. Exhale, knee to elbow, crunch it in, and then extending out on the inhale. Exhale, let your right palm plant. Let your left foot come to the side, toes face forward, rise up. Gate pose. Inhale, right arm lift. Exhale, crescent over to the left. Inhale, come back through center. Plant your palms, come to table. Tuck your toes and send your hips high. Downward facing dog. Pressing through your palms. You can take a bend in your knees to start. Get really long in your spine. Let your arms come into the right position. It should feel pretty comfortable. And you can stay with this bend, or if you want to begin to pedal out, bending one knee and then the other, that's an option. Sometimes I like to come up onto the balls of my feet, and then as I exhale, press my heels away. Keeping the length of your spine. Sits bones keep going up towards the sky. Press into your index finger and thumb. Inhale, begin to shift forward, coming to high plank. Gaze lifts. Exhale, send hips back. Inhale, forward, high plank. Exhale, down dog. We'll take 5 of these in total. This is 3. Lift your gaze at the end of your inhale. Really strong through your core. Exhale, hips go high. Inhale, forward. Exhale, back. And one more. Exhale, back. Press your hips high. Notice how your down dog might feel a little bit more at ease now. And then begin to walk yourself forward, taking a forward fold as you arrive, Uttanasana. Let your feet stay pretty wide here. Taking a twist, left palm comes to the center, or it could be fingertips. You can bend through your left knee, taking a twist to the right. Right fingertips come up towards the sky. These can be neutral or maybe lift all the way up if you feel like you're ready for a deeper twist. Exhale, come back to center, forward fold. Right fingertips plant, bend through the right knee. Inhale, left arm extends. Gaze lifts. Exhale, lower your fingertips down, forward fold. Let your feet come together. Ground down, rise up halfway, flat back. Exhale, fold. Ground down, rise all the way up, high mountain. Interlace your hands at the top of your mountain and let your index fingers extend out. As you lengthen on the inhale, get long. Guess that doesn't make sense. Exhale, take it over to the right. Stretching through the left side body. Inhale, center. Exhale, crescent over to the other side. Inhale to center. Release your hands, forward fold all the way down. Let your fingertips plant, feet come wide, sink your hips down, Malasana. And you can always take a prop here, or roll up the edge of your mat to place under your heels. Think about long spine. I like to use my elbows to press into my knees. And that's just how my body's proportioned, so everybody's a little different. But you want to keep a long spine wherever you're at. And maybe that means you're upright a little bit. That's fine. 2 more breaths. Exhale, release your hands down, forward fold. Ground down, rise all the way up, high crescent, high mountain. Exhale, forward fold. Words are eluding me today. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold, plant your palms, step back to down dog. Inhale, shift forward to high plank. Exhale, we'll just do a nice easy knees, chest, chin today, lower down. Untuck toes, inhale up to cobra. Exhale, press it back, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg lifts high, 3-legged dog. We're going to step through to low lunge, but I'd like you to think about getting really high in the ball of your left foot. Bend your right knee in, so it's almost like slow motion. Gaze forward, and as you come up high, you'll find that it might be a little easier to step through all the way. Pause here, lift your gaze, lower your left hip, lower your left knee to the mat. Inhale, rise up to Anjaneyasana. Arms extend overhead. Draw your right hip back, engage your core to protect your low back. Lift your heart, lift your gaze. Exhale, hands come to heart center. We'll take a twist to the right and then lower down, hooking your left elbow to the outside of your right knee. And back toes can be tucked or untucked, your choice. Inhale, think about lengthening. As you exhale, twist a little bit deeper. Release, come back to center, fingertips plant, step up, forward fold, Uttanasana. Ground down, rise all the way up, high mountain. Interlace your hands, extend your index finger, inhale, Lengthen. Exhale, crescent to the right. Inhale to center. Exhale, crescent over to your left. Inhale to center. Release your hands, forward fold. Palms plant, step back, downward facing dog. Oh, and I totally missed our chair pose. So that's all right. We'll get it on the next round. Inhale, left leg lifts high, three-legged dog. Exhale, draw your left knee in, come up high in the ball of your right foot, look forward, step all the way through, runner's lunge. Lower your right hip, gaze lifts. Exhale, lower your right knee to the mat. Inhale, arms rise up, Anjaneyasana. Once again, right hip presses forward, left hip pulls back, heart lifts, core is engaged. Protect your low back. Exhale, hands come to heart center. Begin to twist to your left. Hook your right elbow on the outside of your left knee. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist a little deeper. Keep drawing your right hip back. Your left hip back. Exhale, release your hands down, step on up, forward fold. Inhale, rise up, flat back, high mountain. Interlace your hands, ground down. Exhale, crescent over to your left. Inhale to center. Exhale, crescent to the right. Inhale to center. This time, lowering down into chair pose, Utkatasana. And your arms can be, up shoulder width. You can even keep your hands interlaced if that's comfortable for your shoulders. But draw your core in. Low back is flat. Sacrum is flat. Lift your heart. And allow yourself to find a little bit of ease in this pose. So maybe that means hands at heart center today. Maybe your chair is upright. Mine's a little upright today. Maybe it's a little lower. Find what works. Keep thinking about lifting the chest up, but drawing the navel towards the spine. Exhale, release, forward fold. Plant your palms, make your way back to high plank. Lift your hips, down dog. You can hold down dog. If you'd like to take a vinyasa, that's your choice. I'm going to do a knees, chest, and chin, so take whatever option works for you. I'm coming forward on the inhale. Exhale, lower. Untuck toes. Inhale to cobra. Exhale, down dog. We'll take that same series a little bit faster. Adding a little bit of a twist in our chair. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, high on the bow of the left foot. Come all the way through runner's lunge. Drop the back knee. Inhale, rise up, Anjaneyasana. Exhale, hands to heart center. Take the twist to the right. Hook your left elbow. Spiral your heart towards the side. Exhale, release. Step up, forward fold. Inhale, rise, high mountain. Stay for the exhale. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, crescent to the right. Inhale to center. Exhale, crescent to the left. Inhale to center, release your arms down, forward fold. Plant your palms, make your way back, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg lifts high. Bend through your left knee, draw it all the way through, gaze forward, runner's lunge. Drop your back knee. Rise up, Anjaneyasana. Exhale, hands come to heart center, begin to twist to your left, hook your right elbow. Stay for a breath. Inhale, release your hands, forward fold. Ground down, rise all the way up, high mountain. Inhale, hands to center. Exhale, crescent to your left. Inhale to center. Exhale, crescent to your right. Inhale, hands come to center, and once again, sinking our hips into chair. Options with your arms here. Now, drawing your hands to heart center, we'll add the twist. Lengthen through your heart on the inhale. Exhale, twist to your right. Hook your right elbow to the outside of your right knee. Press your palms together. Working your hands close to heart center. And if you get dizzy, you can always keep your gaze down and take the twist. Check your left knee. Make sure it's not popping forward. So knees should be aligned. And maybe that means the twist isn't quite as deep. Inhale to center. Come up halfway, and then we'll take it to the other side. Are your legs burning? Press your palms. Check your knees. Make sure your right knee isn't popping forward. Deepen the twist on the exhale. Inhale to center and forward fold. Straighten your legs. That should feel nice. Plant your palms. Step back to down dog. And again, you can choose to vinyasa. I'm going to take a knees, chest, and chin on my inhale forward. Exhale, lower. Inhale to cobra. Exhale. Send your hips to heels, child's pose. You can stack your hands for a moment. Just let your breath kind of slow down a little. Supporting your head. Releasing your low back. Inhale, rise up. And let's make our way back to downward dog. Send your hips high. Press your palms. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, draw your right knee all the way through. Ground down, this time rising up to high crescent. Ooh. Find your balance. Draw your right hip back high on the ball of your back foot. You can always keep a little bend in your back knee if your low back is irritated. If you have tight hip flexors right here, that can easily irritate the low back if you don't take that little bend. Exhale, hands come to heart center. Begin to lean forward. Take the twist to the right, hook your elbow to the outside of your right knee. And you can keep your gaze down or take it to the side. Strong through your back leg. Draw your gaze down if it's not. Open up warrior two, spinning all the way open. And take your time to settle in. I always like to make my way into this posture a little bit slower. Once again, finding that ease and a little bit of comfort in the pose. Straighten your front leg, send your hips back, lean forward, lower down, triangle pose. Left fingertips extend to the sky. Gaze can stay neutral. It's honestly the most comfortable version for me. Sometimes it doesn't feel good to crank your neck. Inhale, rise up. Spin your toes to the side, feet come parallel. Exhale, nice forward fold, grabbing for either your ankles, your calves, or even your big toes. Think about lengthening your spine on the inhale, and then exhale, fold a little deeper. You can keep a little bend in your knees if you'd like here. Think about pressing some of the weight towards the front of your foot. Just releasing and relaxing, finding that comfort and ease. Release your hands, let your fingertips come under your shoulders, press up halfway, heels come in, rise up, goddess pose, just for a breath. And then straightening your legs, arms come to a T, spin to the back of the mat. We'll take that same series on the other side. Inhale, high crescent. And again, little bend in the back knee if necessary. I have one side that I need to do this on. Draw your left hip back. Exhale, hands come to heart center. Inhale, shift forward. Draw your left hip back, then begin to take the twist, hooking your right elbow. Think about twisting from the midline. So pressing your right heel back strong as you make your way into the twist. Then maybe your gaze lifts, or it can stay down. But you want to feel the twist really in the center of your body, your navel center. Inhale, rise all the way up, open up, warrior two. And get into your alignment. Take your time. Arms extend out. Find your central point, shoulders over hips. Straighten your front leg, send your hips back, shift forward. Exhale, lower down, triangle pose. One more breath. Take a little bend in your front knee, come all the way up, spin your feet to the side wall. Feet come parallel. Exhale, lower down, Prasarita Padottanasana. I'm going to take the same variation. If you have another variation you like better, go there. Once again, shifting the weight slightly into the balls of the feet. Just let your head relax, let your neck release. You can even shake your head no. Yes, and just let it all release any tension. Release your hands, pressing them, fingertips and palms under your shoulders. Heels come in. Inhale, rise up to goddess squat. Stay for the exhale. Inhale, straighten both legs, arms come out to the side. And exhale, make your way up to Tadasana, stepping to the top of the mat. Inhale, arms lift, high mountain. Exhale, forward fold. Plant your palms, make your way back to down dog. And here's your option if you'd like a final flow. You may take it, or you can just come down to your knees. And let's all meet just sitting back on our heels. Just noticing how you're feeling in this moment. Feeling the benefits and the fruits of your hard work. Let's do a little bit of stretching and then come down onto our backs. So taking a simple twist, extend both legs out. Move any flesh out from under the sits bones. Then taking a bend in your right knee, place your right foot over your left leg. Right palm plants behind. Lengthen through the spine. Inhale, left arm lift. Exhale, take the twist to your right, and you could grab for your knee or you can hook your elbow. Keep flexing your left foot, whichever variation you're taking. If this is really uncomfortable, take the twist in the opposite direction. So sometimes, we're all built differently. We don't all fit into a posture in a comfortable way. And if you're pregnant, definitely take the twist to the other side. I never give those disclaimers on here. I should. And release, come back to center. Extend both feet long. Stamp your left foot over your right leg. Left palm plants. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Right arm lifts. And exhale, take the twist over to the left. Just allowing this to feel enjoyable, not forcing into the pose, but easing into the posture. And maybe your arm position changes as you hold for a few more breaths. Exhale, release, come back to center. Let's lower down onto our backs. Hug your knees into your chest. Let's take one round of bridge, planting your feet onto the mat and roll your shoulder blades under. You can either grab for the outside of your mat, but as we come into this pose, you also have the option to interlace hands underneath. So as you inhale, press your low back first, then begin to lift your hips. And again, you can just grab for the outside of the mat or take the interlace. Press your knees away from you wherever you're at and allow your thighs to do maybe a little more of the work than the glutes. We tend to clench our upper glutes a lot. It's amazing how tight that area can get. So try and release that just a little bit using your quads. Releasing your hands, gently come up onto the balls of the feet, slowly lowering down one vertebra at a time. And if you would like to move into any final posture, you may, or take a minute of Shavasana, extending legs long. That's my favorite choice, just to experience the benefits of your practice. Palms face the sky, toes splay out. Allow your forehead to release. And allow your jaw to relax and release. Just noticing the movement of the energy, the prana, through your body. Coming back to your intention. What seed do you want to plant and cultivate and grow? Imagine planting that seed in the soil, watering it, caring for it, and then allowing it to grow naturally and with ease. Gently begin to make small movements, wiggling fingers and toes. Gradually moving into larger movements with wrists and ankles, maybe even taking a full body stretch. Bending through both knees, plant your feet on the ground and gently roll over onto one side. Making your way up to seated as you're ready, or of course you can always take Shavasana as long as you like. Bowing chin to chest, hands to heart center. Thank you so much for joining me today in our practice. The light, the student, and the teacher in you honors the light, the student, and the teacher in me. Drawing our thumb knuckles to the third eye. Together we bow and say Namaste. Namaste.